Hi, this is Tara with Wellness 360, and I'm here today to talk about different walkers. So there are two main types of standard walkers that we have. One that has no wheels on the bottom, just 4 prongs. This walker is more commonly used for someone who isn't as balanced because it's nice and sturdy and doesn't move when you push on it. This one you do have to lift up as you walk, but it's a lot more steady than this other one that I'll show you in a second with wheels on it. There are a couple things you want to make sure with the walker. First is making sure it's your correct height. And to measure this, you want to drop your hands by the sides when you are inside the walker. And this walker is actually perfect for me. You should line up with the crease of your wrists on both sides. You want to make sure that all 4 either wheels or pegs of the walker are on the floor, and it shouldn't wobble when you press down into it, so that when you're walking, no movement with all 4 on the ground there. If you do have to adjust it, you can lift up the walker, and there are buttons and little peg holes here on the walker that you press in, and then you can either move it up or down the desired amount. Just make sure to move, if you're switching one of them, changing one of them, you want to make sure they're all changed the exact amount so that you don't have one that's lopsided compared to the others. To close the walker, we have these little buttons on the front. Some of them are red, and this one is in the front. You press that, and you can push it down, collapse the walker, and now it's easily able to pick it up and move it around or even load it in and out of a car. So that's with the standard walker. With this other walker I have here, this one is a 2-wheel walker, more commonly handed out at hospitals and used out in public. These ones do have the wheels on them, so you can just walk and it will roll along forward and backwards. It's for someone who has a little bit more balance, that they're not worried about potentially sliding, falling forward with the wheels. This one adjusts the same as our other walker here. You have the buttons on all of the legs that you press in, and you can move up or down to adjust the walker. This one now, you can see here, the wheels typically are on the outside of these walkers, which may be good for some people's houses, but they can be a little wide for some doorways. And you don't need a new walker or anything. A lot of these wheels actually, when you press them in to adjust them, if you go all the way, you can actually take them off. And you can swap them to the side so that they are now on the inside versus the outside. So I will show you here. Now the wheels are on the inside of the walker and a lot more narrow to get through most hallways. Now there are other types of walkers. These 2 are standard height walkers. If an individual is below 5'4", 5'2", they may need a pediatric walker, which is shorter so that they're not lifting up their arms as they're trying to walk, and they can actually have a height that's good for them. There are also bariatric walkers for individuals who are over 300 pounds. And you can check with your insurance. A lot of insurances, you can qualify through them to get a bariatric walker. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us so we can definitely answer your questions or concerns about your walker.